Hello everyone! My name is Crystal Marie and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a pick a card reading. I'm going to shuffle my deck until 3 cards pop out at me. These are the cards that Spirit wants me to use to give you a message. Today we're going to be discussing how are you holding yourself back? And how can you get out of your own way? Let's jump in. So, I want you guys to watch me shuffle these cards, just so I can show you I'm not willy-nilly, randomly picking any 3 cards. I feel like Spirit is giving me the cards that it wants you guys to choose from. So let's do it. So, today is a pick a card. We are going to discuss what old mindset you need to get rid of, and how you can quit standing in your own way. So let's find out how we're gonna do that today, shall we? Eventually, I'm also going to get a better background. Deal with this, don't judge me. So this is how we're gonna do it. I'm feeling splitting this into 3 decks so that I'm not shuffling around a bunch of cards. 1 deck per group, because we're gonna do 3 groups. Any minute now. One's going to pop. There we go. Group number 1, there's your card. Group number 2. Let's shuffle these bad boys till I get a card for beautiful, beautiful group number 2. Tell us, Spirit, tell us. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Group number 3. Lovely group number 3. Came out reversed. Okay. Voila! Now let's get to picking cards. Alrighty, groups. Here are the cards that Spirit pulled for me. We're going to be starting with group number 1, which is going to be on the left side, group number 2 in the middle, and group number 3 on the right side. So you're going to pick the card that resonates with you and see what message it has for you about what mental blockages you need to clear out and how to quit standing in your own way. If you need a minute to decide which one you feel like you're resonating with, just pause this video. Now that we've picked, let's get into it. All right, group number 1, the card that you chose is the Adjacent Possibilities card, and it actually came out reversed. So what we're going to do is we're going to read the description of the reversed meaning of this card in my guidebook, and then I'll give you intuitive wisdom based off of what I feel like it means, in my opinion. Intuitive wisdom. Adjacent possibilities, many unconsidered options, is the theme of this card. When reversed, the Adjacent Possibilities card is warning you to be careful not to miss an unknown opportunity because you're too married to your agenda. It's also asking you to turn inward with a willingness to shake up your old unhealthy patterns and inner habits. The power of your life force moves through your deeply held habits, projecting your energy out into the universe and calling back your results. In this way, your ongoing thoughts and beliefs are really your defining moments. And in every moment, you have another energetic choice. So it's time to decide. Are you going to let worry and self-doubt define you? Or are you going to step into the ever-present adjacent possibility of optimism, trust, and self-love? No matter how stuck you feel, you always have options in the thousands of choices you make every day. All right, so what do I feel like this card is saying for you guys? For me, I feel like you really need to quit doubting yourself and holding yourself back from things that you're actually truly capable of, that you would much rather be doing with your life than maybe the life that you're currently living right now. Maybe you dream up this life in your mind of what you want life to look like and what it could be for you, but you don't feel like you're actually capable of it. There's a part of this card that says your ongoing thoughts and beliefs are really your defining moments. And essentially, what I get from that part of the card, I feel like that part of the card specifically is really important to this reading, because what we think, we become. What we expect, we manifest. So I feel like somebody who chose this card is probably really struggling with being stuck in some unhealthy habits. Maybe you don't want to smoke anymore. Maybe you want to cut down on how many beers you drink a night. Maybe you want to change career fields, but you're too scared because you've been doing this for 10 plus, 5 plus years, you know? You don't see yourself as somebody that can be anything different than what you already are, even though you're dreaming of a different life. So the fact that you want something different means you're capable of something different, because we're always capable of creating the life that we want to live for ourselves. Because essentially, like, the way I see things, life and reality is just like a game that we're playing. And our minds are our game controller. Like, we use our game controller to move our character around and make it do the things that we want it to do. So essentially, what this card is telling you to do is you need to shake things up. Anything that you've been thinking that you want to change or do differently, you need to do it. You need to quit being stuck in your own head thinking you're not capable of making these changes that you want to make, which is easier said than done, right? So that's why we're going to pull another card that's going to show you how you can help yourself get out of your own way. So let's see what Spirit has for you for advice on how to actually make it happen. And like, as I'm shuffling these cards, I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm literally doing that right now. Like, I was so nervous to start this YouTube channel. I don't have any idea what I'm doing. You can watch so many YouTube videos and it doesn't prepare you until you actually do it yourself. It takes time of practicing something and doing it before you can master it. You've got to stay dedicated and stay focused. Like, this video is not going to be the best video that I ever post on this channel. Over time, as I continue to do this, my videos are going to get better. My editing will get better. My backgrounds will get better. You know, you've got to, and I'm guilty of that. I was so scared and stuck in my own head of, what if I'm not good enough? Like, it takes time. You're not going to be perfect at first. So you need to figure out what it is you want to change and get the ball rolling and not be so critical on yourself of how you get it started, because practice makes perfect. So over time, it's going to get easier and it's going to get better. Today's actually a really good day for this message because the moon's in Virgo, and Virgo moons are so good about that. Overanalyzing and perfectionism and feeling like things have to be perfect before you can launch it or do something different. And it takes time. Life's all about growth. Group number 1, get out of Virgo. All right. Here's the card. We've got the 6th chakra card. Archangel Metatron. All right, you guys. Now this one actually also came out reversed. The theme of this card is clarity of thought and personal vision. I feel like this is saying you need to get clear on what this new vision is for you or for your life and get some clarity on that and figure out how you're going to make that a reality. So since it came out reversed, that's the description I'm going to read you from the book. In reversed, this card reversed, This card reversed is telling you to get clear. You may have been lost in confusion and had unclear or distorted thinking. But even if this state of mental chaos has been going on for quite some time, your lack of personal direction can be turned around. Take off the blinders and widen your perspective. Visualize the life you want to live and the person you want to be and make that your intention. It's time to break out of the old toxic thought patterns, whether they be habits of worry, doubt, or self-criticism. It's also time to develop a clearer, healthier vision of how you perceive yourself and what you want your daily life to look like. Know that you are in charge of making it so. Meditate on this angel's strong presence in your brow center and see a beautiful indigo light spinning there. Affirm that you are creating a new clarity and sense of direction. You have all the power you need to create a strong personal vision that will guide you on your path. Make that a priority now. And I feel like these do actually go pretty well together. So essentially what I'm getting from this reading is that you want to live a different life than you're living now. You want different habits than what you have right now. You want to be a different person than who you are right now. And what is your 6th chakra? Well, it's your 3rd eye, and it's about intuition and spiritual connection. So my advice to this group is, at the end of the day, after watching this, before you go to bed, meditate and turn on some calming music, close your eyes, and just relax. And once you've reached a state of relaxation, you should sit there and envision your dream life and imagine what that looks like to you and what it feels like. And whatever visions come to you about what you want at that time, maybe that's Spirit's way of telling you that's what you should focus on and that you're very capable of doing it. I feel like that's what this 6th chakra card is telling you, is you're very capable of doing it and that you need to set a plan into motion of how you're going to make these changes so that you can have the life that you're wanting to have. I also feel like people that chose this card are maybe people that are trying to break addictions, which is one of the hardest things in the whole world to do. I know I myself used to smoke. I used to vape, and that was a really hard addiction for me to break. Like the first 2 weeks, I was miserable. But sometimes we have to go through that uncomfortability to get to a spot where life is better. Like, take this reading for example. For me, like, I really hope that you guys are getting a good message from me on this. I'm taking a chance and I'm taking a risk, putting myself out here like this, hoping that I'm helping people. You know, like, lots of thoughts go through my head, and I'm, you know, there's self-doubts and all that type of crap, but I have to throw it out of my mind and just go for it, because I'll never create the life that I want if I don't try. And if at first you don't succeed, you try again and again and again and again. Like I said, practice makes perfect. So whether it be a new job, breaking an addiction, pursuing a hobby as a career or as a side hustle, or even just like creating a schedule for yourself each week that will eliminate stress off of you, like creating a chore list or scheduling in time for play, something, a change that you need in your schedule so you can live a better lifestyle. All of these are general themes that I feel like somebody who chose this card may need help with and may need to work on. So each of these cards come with affirmations. So I want to read those to you guys. So for the adjacent possibilities card, the affirmation for this one is, I am open and willing to take my life in new directions. I am becoming more aware of my many options for harmony and optimism in my thoughts and in all my choices each day. Thank you, group number 1. I hope that this reading was helpful for you and spoke to you in some way. I hope you all have a blessed day. Hello, group number 2. So, the card that you guys chose was Angel of Love. And this came out upright. So let's read the description of that. The theme of this card is tender connections. And upright, this card states, this beautiful angel comes with roses in her hair and rose-colored wings. She holds a rose quartz heart, radiating tender and loving vibrations, bringing you compassion and affection. If you're looking for new love, this angel brings a message of its upcoming approach. Or if you are longing for deeper, more intimate connection with someone already in your life, she is here to say that far greater tenderness is available to you. Either way, remember that your first intention for tenderness must be directed inward, and compassion that you demonstrate towards yourself will influence the energetic potential of these events in a significant way. The angel of love is smiling on you and forging connections in the energetic realm. Okay, you guys, so I feel like there is a couple different people that may have chose this card. I feel like maybe someone that chose this card is someone who is looking for love, looking for a romantic partner, someone to share their life with. And this card is telling you that it is possible for you to meet that person soon. Or if you've been having struggles in a relationship, and you feel like you want to mend this relationship, this card is giving you a message that that is something that is possible and that you should definitely work on. Also, I feel like another person who may have picked this card is somebody who needs to focus on more self-love. You need to learn to mend that relationship with yourself. Maybe here lately you've been really down on yourself and have just been stuck in this perpetual state of just self-loathing. Some advice that I have for somebody who's looking for love. So I would take a piece of paper and write down everything that would be an ideal partner for you. Like, create this perfect imaginary person in your mind on a sheet of paper. And then keep it so that you can refer back to it and read it and start trying to use like visualization to help bring that person into your life so you can match yourself energetically with a person that fits the things that you want in a partner. And so with the theme of this reading being mindsets that need to be changed, you need to change your mindset on how worthy you feel of love. If you feel like you're worthy of that person, if you think you're worthy of love in general, if the answer of those things are no, then we need to work on that self-love portion of that. And I feel like self-love plays a big key part in this theme. Even I feel like self-love is so important. Even if you're looking for love outside of yourself, we have to first feel worthy of the type of love that we deserve and that we want to receive, so we can match ourselves energetically with it. So we need to change our thought patterns around the idea of love, our worthiness of love, and maybe you even need to change your thought patterns around your partner or your relationship. If you've been having relationship issues and you want to work on mending that relationship, you need to first change your thought patterns surrounding it. And maybe you don't want to be in a relationship, or you're in a happy relationship, but you just don't have that inner relationship with yourself and the self-love that you need to be comfortable in your own skin, which, trust me, is easier said than done. So let's go ahead and get into pulling the card that will tell you how you can get out of your own way in this regard. What changes can we make internally to help us love ourselves more? What little things do we need to do? You know, do you need to make time to, start styling your hair, or, putting on a smell that you like, wearing clothes that are colors you like, just like little things that will make you feel happier and more comfortable in your own skin. All right, so the card that jumped out at me. Oh my God, look at that. Wow. Another card in regards to love. You know what, you guys? This is why I believe in the stuff I believe in. This is why I'm sharing this information with you guys, because it's just so unreal. Not a coincidence. Okay, so let's get into this. And it came out reversed, so let's look at the meaning of that. New beginnings in love is the theme of this card. Wow. Just wow. Okay. So reversed. This card reversed indicates a delay or disappointment where love is concerned. In a present relationship, it could also be a sign of distance or separation. For some, the door to love may seem to have been shut for a long time, but the energetic universe is always in a state of flow or flux. Knowing this, you can work on making changes in your daily life that will bring more love into your experience. Remember to make yourself and your own happiness a priority. Encourage yourself and always acknowledge how valuable and deserving you are of receiving your own love and that of others. Such choices in your attitude in your self-treatment will shift any old energy of self-dismissal, changing your core consciousness and all that you attract. So tell the universe you're ready for real love because you're finally willing to give it to yourself. Wow, guys. Wow. Okay. So definitely the theme of this card reading is learning to love ourselves and to be comfortable in our own skin. Even if you're more so leaning towards the relationship with somebody else part of it, or the wanting a relationships with somebody else part of it, I feel like the issue there does probably have something to do with your own self-worth and your own self-love. Maybe not every single person that picks this card is going to be someone who struggles with that. Maybe you are somebody who is super comfortable in your own skin and really loves yourself, and the energy of this card is more so just telling you, like, yeah, you're worthy of that love from another person, and you are worthy of receiving it, and you can receive it. And it's a good message for you to, you know, it can be a confirmation for you of, yeah, I do want to work on this relationship, or I do want to leave this relationship, or yeah, right now really is the right time for me to try and meet somebody. But I feel like most people that pick this card are probably people that are struggling with some sort of self-doubt, not loving themselves the way that they should. And so I feel like this is spirit telling you that you need to take steps to try and fix your relationship with yourself, because it's easier said than done, right? Like, it's not an easy thing to do. But you need to start taking steps to improve your relationship with yourself. Like me, for example, I know I feel so much better when my hair's done, my makeup's done, I'm clean, you know, like I smell good. And like my first video, I didn't show my face because I didn't like the way I looked that day, you know? It could just be the small things, like forcing yourself to do something small every day that makes you feel good and makes you feel better about yourself. Maybe it's time for you to buy some books to help yourself on mending that relationship with yourself. Maybe it's time to get into therapy. You know, journaling, things like that. All of that could help you guys. But I do feel like the general theme of this card is you need to fix that inner relationship with yourself, so that you can be comfortable in your own skin. Or if this is in regards to romance, like becoming the ideal version of yourself so that you can energetically align with that right person for you. Because like energy attracts like energy, and if you're feeling down and not loving yourself, you could potentially attract a partner that also doesn't value you or love you the way that you deserve, or somebody that feels the same way about themselves. And so it will be hard for you guys to grow and heal together. And how you can move on and get out of your own way and change these mindsets is by putting yourself first and, you know, doing things like I mentioned with going to therapy, reading self-help books, journaling, doing little things for yourself every day that make you feel good and feel better about yourself. Now, there are affirmations that go with these cards, so I'm going to read them to you guys. The affirmation for Angel of Love is, I love and value myself without limitation or condition. Tender, loving treatment comes to me in wonderful and unexpected ways. And the door to romance affirmation. As I open the door to my own self-love, I attract more and more loving tenderness to me. And yeah, that goes along with, like I said, matching yourself energetically with the ideal person for you. Working on that relationship with yourself first so that you can attract the right partner. I hope that this reading was helpful for you guys. I hope you got something out of it. Thank you for watching this video and listening to this message. I hope this helps. And I hope to see you guys again. Have a blessed day. Hello, group number 3. You guys got the hostilities card reversed. So let's see what that means for you in my guidebook. So the theme of this card is defense is up and aggressive energy. Reversed, this card reversed marks the end of hostilities for you. There's a shift in the energies around you and even about you. And the universe is supporting your own internal shift as well. Whether the aggressive action has ended due to external factors or your own intervention, this card bodes well for more peace and harmony. Be aware, however, that there may still be some action you have to take. And it may seem on the surface that things are slow and getting better. This card encourages you, letting you know that the inner vibrations are changing and the situation will be resolved. Well, that's good news. So I feel like somebody who chose this card, maybe you've been going through a really rough time. Whether that's just internal with yourself, with your mental health, or with another person or people in your life. Things have been hostile. You've been in fight or flight mode. Maybe you've been struggling with anxiety or depression or anger. And maybe you've been thinking like, oh my gosh, is this ever going to end? Like being stuck in this state of fear. So I feel like that's the mindset that you need to get out of, is one of anxiety, fear, depression, anger. All of these are low vibrational feelings and energies, and Spirit's telling you it's time to release and let go of those so that your situation can get better. So I feel like it's saying that whatever this means for you, whatever hard situation you've been going through, whatever mental health battles you've been going through, all of that stuff is coming to an end, but it is going to require action from you on your part to help bring in this change. Because trust me, as somebody who really struggles with anxiety and depression issues, like, it's not easy. So let's see what Spirit has to say for you about how to get out of your own way. So yeah, guys, I feel like this one is, if you clicked on this card, you're probably really going through it. Whether it's just within yourself or if it's with other people in your life. But here's that breath of fresh air that it's all gonna get better, you guys. And let's see what Spirit suggests you do to help yourself get out of this rut, out of this situation. All right, Spirit, how can we help group number 3 get out of their own way? We've got first chakra, Archangel Michael. And wow, okay, so first chakra is your root chakra, and that does control like anxiety and fear. When your root chakra is out of balance, you can be feeling fear and anxiety. So yeah, maybe the people that clicked on this card, a lot of you guys are struggling with your mental health. So let's see how we can help you get out of that rut. All right, so this card did come out reversed. So let's read the reversed reading of this card for you guys. And reversed, when this card shows up in a reversed position, you may be facing some significant challenges and even some very difficult emotions. The energy in your first chakra may be blocked, revealing potential fears about your safety, feelings of insecurity, or even depression. This blocked energy could also signal financial worry or desperation. Issues of instability can shake you to your very core, so it's going to be important to get the energy moving freely through this chakra once again. Call upon Michael for assistance and visualize his light and power filling this area and bringing you a greater sense of your own true strength and eternal stability. Meditate on the affirmation below and feel your sense of safety and balance return. Wow, you guys. Okay, yeah. So I definitely feel like now getting the second card that a lot of you that chose this card are struggling with some sort of instability or insecurity in your life. Maybe you're having some issues with housing. Maybe you're having family issues. Maybe you're having relationship issues. Maybe you're just struggling with your mental health in general, really struggling with anxiety and depression, things of those nature. And one thing that you could do to help yourself get out of your own way, you could focus on cleansing that root chakra. Doing a meditation where you focus on the root chakra, putting a crystal that controls the root chakra in that area of your body, and laying down and meditating and visualizing healing yourself, looking into ways to clear your root chakra. Also looking into techniques on how to cope with anxiety or depression. And maybe if you've been, I'm not a doctor, but if you've been considering maybe medications for your mental health, maybe it's time to talk to a doctor about those types of options. I think that this card is really telling you it's time to focus on your own healing when it comes to your mind, so that you can live in a greater sense of peace and stability. Stability is very important for people that clicked this card. Maybe I feel like there's something going on with some sort of instability, whether it's just inside of yourself or it's physical out there in the world. So it's time to focus on steps that is going to help you regain this stability. Yes, the lighting has changed, but I had to go make dinner for my kiddo, and now it is dark and I no longer have natural lighting. But let's read the descriptions for these cards, the affirmations for these cards. Let's see. For the first chakra, the affirmation is, my first chakra is open to its perfect, healthy state. I am strong, stable, safe, and secure. The Archangel Michael guides and supports me always. So yes, focus on your safety and your security and your mental health. All right, group 3, it was a pleasure giving you this message. I hope that you take something good away from this message and that it was something you needed to hear. I hope to see you back on the channel, and I hope you have a blessed day. All right, you guys. Thank you for attending my very first ever pick a card reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I feel like these messages were just as much for me as they were for you guys. If you enjoyed this, please give the video a like, and I welcome you to subscribe so you can see future videos that I post. All right, that's a wrap. Peace!